Should high school students have to take standardized tests in order to go to college? No, I honestly think students should not have to take that test, such as the ACT or the SAT. I think these tests isn't useful because in some cases, some kids have problems taking tests. Some can take tests easily, some can't. Some panic doing tests, and some just have medical issues while taking a test. Okay. Another reason I feel this test isn't useful is because a lot of schools around the United States offer prep classes. Some schools doesn't offer prep classes, so some kids have an advantage when taking the test, and some doesn't have an advantage when taking the test. So, therefore, how can a kid get into college of their choice if they're not in a test prep class and don't know how to take the test? And some people have a prep class and can pay for a prep class and can take the test and pass the test with flying colors. As students, we all do not learn the same. We all do not learn the same way at all. Some can comprehend like that, some can't. Some students feel the ACT and the SAT is the easiest test in the world. Some think it's the hardest test in America. But as students, you have to understand that we don't learn. Everybody doesn't learn the same. Everybody have a different way of learning, and in public classrooms, you have to teach all those kids at one time, but everybody's not learning the same way, and everybody's not comprehending the same thing as you think they might have. Second of all, these tests aren't cheap. SAT or SAT costs about $30 to $40 each time you're taking the test. And for some kids, since they're not reaching the highest score they can reach, they have to take the test multiple times a year, so it's actually burning a hole in their pockets. And for some of us, some kids doesn't have money to be wasting on a test like that, and some kids just can easily burn the money on the test. And so from my standpoint, I think these standardized tests should be taken out and shouldn't count for students to go to college. I think that the college should just accept the students off their GPA. Because like I said, in conclusion, either some kids have medical issues while taking the test, some kids can't afford the test prep, and some kids can't afford to take the test multiple times in a year. So I think a college shouldn't require the SAT or ACT score just to get into the school, because we're all not the same student to take the same test, because these tests are generally not easy. They're actually a very hard test to take. So, and for some of us, we are not in the same situation. And so I think the college should go by GPA or the core class, the things they made in the core class, the grades they made in the core classes, because these tests they're just so complicated and so hard to pass that the kids can't go to a college of their choice because they can't pass it. So that's from my standpoint of view. I think these tests and standardized tests should be taken out. I rule against them at all costs.